There are no words adequate enough to express my gratitude for the privilege and honor you have bestowed on me to continue as your governor for another 4 years. The oath of service that I just took is more than an official function or constitutional requirement. It is a covenant between us, a covenant to build a stronger Delta in which we can freely and confidently pursue our dreams of prosperity and happiness in a safe and secure environment. When I took this oath 4 years ago, it was in a time of general unease. The national economy was in distress. Unemployment was high. The infrastructure deficit was intimidating. The education sector was hard-pressed, and there was palpable despair in the land. It was a test of our desire, our resolve, and our preparedness to deliver the prosperity we promised the electorate. I spoke to you then of building a diversified, self-reliant economy that will withstand the shocks occasioned by the fiscal, social, and economic changes that have become a recurring decimal in the 21st century. After a holistic review of past development frameworks and several consultations with various stakeholders, we launched the Delta State Medium-Term Development Plan with key strategic imperatives to drive rapid infrastructure development, engender inclusive economic growth, reduce the worrisome high level of youth unemployment and pervasive poverty, and improve the general well-being of all Deltans. There was a compelling need to elevate our politics and governance to a broader view of the people's paramount concerns and legitimate expectations. That required superimposing on the old structures the ennobling values of fiscal discipline, prudent management, robust and continuous community engagement, effective and efficient public communication, and excellent public service delivery for the benefit of this generation and the next. Our progress in the 4 years that just elapsed is nothing short of remarkable. I do not intend to catalogue our achievements here, as it is my wish, and I'm sure yours too, that this inauguration be brief and devoid of long speeches. I shall, however, briefly recount some crucial milestones: wealth creation through enterprise development. We have made good our word to unlock and unleash youth entrepreneurship through technical and vocational education. Within 1 week of my assumption of office in 2015, I presented an executive bill for the establishment of a technical and vocational education board to drive our policy emphasis on skills acquisition. The results are gratifying. As a result of the work of the board, in conjunction with the Supervising Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, the 6 technical colleges in Abo, Saple, Ofagbe, Otagbogbe, Ogo, and Iseluku have been fully rehabilitated, well-equipped, and fully functional. Consequently, Delta is the first state in the country to have all the courses offered by its technical colleges accredited by the National Board for Technical Education. Furthermore, the National Business and Technical Education Board has commenced the issuance of modular certificates and NABTEP certificates to the graduates of these schools, while trade tests certificate for practical proficiency are being issued by the Ministry of Labor and Productivity. This is to ensure unified standard of certification for the graduate trainees. With improved linkages and partnerships, all 6 technical colleges now enjoy a World Bank C4 funding support. They run vocational programs, thus positioning them as vocational enterprise institutes, and for the National Vocational Qualification Framework. For the full and effective utilization of personnel, equipment, and instructional facilities, junior secondary education has been incorporated into the technical colleges. Let me also hasten to add that the vocational education centers in Asaba, Saple, Ozoro, Agbaro, Bulangaima, Otowe, Mbiri, Ubuluku, and Urukwe are enjoying a new lease of life. As many of you present here will testify, we devoted substantial resources, time, and energy to build a knowledge-based economy and a critical mass of skills for entrepreneurship and business competitiveness. Over 20,000 persons benefited from our flagship skills training and entrepreneurial program, STEP, Youth Agriculture Entrepreneurs Program, YAGEP, and similar programs undertaken by the Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Commerce and Industry, Women Affairs, as well as the Delta State Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency. In the same vein, we have commenced the process of overhauling the curriculum in state-owned tertiary institutions to include courses in personal development and problem solving. This has been achieved in some of our polytechnics. During the course of my first tenure, the Delta State University received full accreditation for the faculties of law and engineering at Ole campus, as well as other departments at the Abraka campus. This was no mean feat, as it required the government to invest heavily in personnel, facilities, and physical infrastructure to merit the accreditation. Less than 2 weeks ago, I gave approval for the takeoff of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences at the Asaba campus of the university. This was the only faculty not available in the university in its 26-year history. It will be offering degree programs in architecture, building technology, and quantity surveying, roads and physical infrastructure. My first term was quite busy with road and physical infrastructure construction of the most vital interest and consequence. Through the Ministry of Works, Urban Renewal, and the Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency, we embarked on a total of 455 projects comprising 1,269 kilometers of road and 517 kilometers of drainage channels. As at April 30 this year, 265 of these roads, covering 638.23 kilometers of roads and 295.71 kilometers of drains, have been completed. The Direct Labor Agency also made great strides in the development of road infrastructure during this period. Consequently, we have advanced rural-urban integration whilst ensuring that our urban centers remain livable cities with good road network and recreation opportunities. Even much more significant is that our success in this sector not only saved thousands of jobs it also created several thousand others, as well as opportunities for the informal business sector to grow. When this administration came on board, many of the major construction companies and government contractors were at the verge of retrenching many of their workers as a result of the slump in the economy. However, we prevailed on them not to do so, assuring them of patronage. Today, these companies have expanded and employed more people as a result of a huge investment in road and fiscal infrastructure. The last 4 years was also a period of economic boom for artisans, petty traders and suppliers in the construction industry. With the completion of the Asaba Township Stadium, now Stephen Keshi Stadium, which has been hosting international football matches and other games, the hospitality industry in Asaba witnessed an increased level of patronage and prosperity. Our primary and secondary schools continue to receive priority attention as over 5,000 classrooms were either renovated, reconstructed, or constructed in my first tenure. The Delta State Library, a fully equipped e-resource center, and the Office of the Head of Service were completed and are functioning to optimal capacity. Our quest for organizational synergy amongst ministries, departments, and agencies, cost-efficient bureaucracy, and timely, excellent service delivery is in full flight with the commencement of construction of the Central Secretariat Complex, an architectural edifice in its own right. Sooner than later, all the MDAs will be in one location, which will enhance functionality, discipline, and reduce costs of managing government businesses, because they will have one source of power, internet services, among others. The new complex is also fitted with, among other facilities, banking halls and crèche to boost productivity and enhance staff welfare. In case you have not seen that structure, you can go through Miriam Babangida Road. You see the huge structure, which is over 50,000 square meters. And by the grace of God, we will be completing the project before the end of this year. Asaba Airport. The Asaba Airport, downgraded just before I assumed office, is now a Category 6 airport that receives international flights. Indeed, the airport is now a major national carriers hub in the Southeast and South-South geopolitical zones. We are stepping up our efforts to transform the airport into a viable and thriving economic hub. To achieve this, we have begun the process that will lead to the concessioning of the airport to a consortium. A transaction advisor was engaged by the state government to advise and undertake all necessary steps that will lead to a successful and sustainable concession exercise. We are now at the concluding stages of the process. Two major consortia have submitted bids backed up with sizable bid bonds. These bids are being analyzed by our technical partners, and sooner than later, the preferred bidder will be selected and announced. I am confident that when this process is completed, we would have actualized the original intentions for the development of Asaba International Airport, which is to activate an aviation tank farm, develop major cargo terminal, and the associated logistics facilities, as well as develop the business park. Housing. Fellow Deltans, you will recall that in 2015, I declared a commitment to the provision of affordable housing for all and sundry. I am therefore pleased to report that we have had a successful collaboration with the federal government in this regard through a special purpose vehicle, Family Homes Fund Limited. While the company owned by the Federal Ministry of Finance and the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority provided a capital injection of 3.8 billion naira, Delta State government provided the land and other logistics for a new housing development at Isela-Asaba for public and civil servants in the states. With 650 new homes already offered to interested persons, a price starting from 3.5 million, the project is the single largest housing development in the southeast part of Nigeria. It represents a fine example of what can be achieved through effective collaboration and cooperation between the federal government and the states such as ours. This Isela-Asaba project created thousands of direct and indirect construction-related jobs for our young men and women who were engaged on site. It also provided significant opportunities for local manufacturers of building and construction products such as doors, windows, and iron blocks to do business and prosper. As a result of the success of this first phase, we are about to commence the implementation of the second phase of the project, which is expected to produce about 1,500 homes for Deltans and modern facilities in the mixed economic community. The Commission commenced healthcare services access to enrollees on the 1st of January 2017. As at May 15, 2019, the total number of enrollees stood at 530,664, broken down as follows. Equity plan, 390,394, comprising 153,100 pregnant women and 237,167 under 5 and 127 elderly persons. Commonwealth plan enrollees, 133,442, comprising 47,331 primary enrollees and 86,111 dependents. An informal plan, 6,828, comprising 4,442 widows, 2,270 keke riders, 40 royal fathers, and 76 other residents of Delta State. Providing services under the scheme are 110 primary healthcare facilities, 65 secondary healthcare facilities, and 52 private healthcare facilities spread across the 25 local government areas in Delta State. Healthcare service access has also been provided to employees of the state at the Abuja and Lagos liaison offices. With a robust and dynamic ICT platform, the scheme has been able to initiate a seamless e-medical records registration process for all, a treatment protocol support for primary healthcare centers to aid healthcare service proficiency, an e-pharmacy at all accredited healthcare facilities, and an e-billing program that ensures an effective and efficient service bill preparation and submission process, which engenders accountability, ease of doing business. We have made considerable progress in our efforts to position Delta as the investors' preferred destination. We established the Delta State Investment Development Agency, the body charged with formulating policies and programs to engender an investor-friendly climate and healthy business environment. Before then, we introduced an electronic-based system known as Fast Track 90 for obtaining certificates of occupancy to landed property within a maximum period of 90 days. It may be far from the ideal, but it is a remarkable improvement from the long delays, sometimes stretching as far as 5 years or more, previously associated with this process. To further enhance the ease of doing business in the state, I signed into law the Delta State Public and Private Properties Protection Bill 2018, which seeks to prohibit forceful entry and illegal occupation of public and private landed properties, violent and fraudulent conduct in relation to public and private landed properties. The law, which came into force in June 2018, prescribes various kinds of imprisonments and fines for any person who forcefully and unlawfully trespasses or invades another person's property. Through this law, we are tackling the diverse syndrome that has been an impediment to land acquisition for business and private development. And I want to plead with our youth all over the state, particularly in the area and Warrior boroughs, that enough is enough of the diverse syndrome, because I will not hesitate to ensure that those who are engaged are punished. This is a very important matter because access to land is crucial in attracting and retaining private investors. Agriculture. The agriculture sector continues to enjoy a pride of place in my administration. While the results have been modest so far, I expect it to grow in leaps and bounds as the seed we have sown in these last 4 years begin to mature and yield the desired fruits. Meanwhile, the Delta State Food Exports Initiative is work in progress. We have begun the process of exporting high-quality packaged garri, while the state now produces bagged rice known as Yageb rice. The rice was cultivated, processed, and packaged with the participation of Yageb graduate trainees. Peace and security. The last time I stood on this platform, I promised to take appropriate actions that would enable peace and security in the state. It is a part of our corporate existence that no real development can take place in the absence of peace. By the special grace of God, the last 4 years have been largely peaceful. In fact, this is one major reason we are able to achieve much. The credit for this goes to the Delta State Advisory and Peace Building Council, the Advocacy Committee Against Vandalism of Oil and Gas Facilities, our traditional rulers, our community leaders, grassroots organizations, and various stakeholders that work closely with my administration to procure peace in the state. Going forward, it is my earnest hope and expectation that the cooperation and partnership we experienced in the first term will continue in an even greater measure. The future. My renewed mandate is a massive vote of confidence for the work we have done in the last 4 years. As I said in my broadcast to you soon, after I was declared re-elected, this mandate is an invitation to raise the bar of good governance even higher and to surpass my achievements in the first term. In the next 4 years, I shall consolidate, strengthen, and upscale our wealth creation agenda. The focus remains to liberate the spirit of enterprise in our people through skills acquisition, germane to wealth creation and employment generation. Top on the list of my priorities is the establishment of 19 new technical colleges in 19 local government areas. This will bring the total number of technical colleges to 25, which is 1 per local government area. To complement this, a fully functional vocational center is to be established in each of the 25 local government areas, while the existing polytechnics will be reformed and repositioned to become halls for technical manpower development. Towards this end, entrepreneurial courses shall be introduced into the curriculum and made mandatory as a requirement for graduation. Let me also add that the entrepreneurship training programs of STEP and YAGEP will be escalated and identify gaps corrected to make them more robust and cost efficient. The target is to at least double the number of graduate trainees and, most importantly, strengthen the Directorate of Youth Monitoring and Mentoring to ensure that the enterprise support packages are put to good use for lasting success. In the agricultural sector, efforts and measures will be intensified to scale agricultural sector interventions in the following areas. Value chain support development for oil palm, aquaculture, rice and cassava will be expanded and strengthened. The food export initiative will be expanded to elicit greater private sector participation and include additional commodities with high potentials for diaspora demand. We intend to complete the establishment of agro-industrial park at Obo-Owashi as a cornerstone of agricultural value chain transformation drive. We intend to identify, document and secure more agricultural land and make them available and safe for private sector agricultural investments. We intend to strengthen Agricultural and Rural Development Authority to become more efficient and very responsive to farmers' agricultural extension needs and solving farm management problems. And we have already approved that 100 more extension service agents be engaged in the course of the next few weeks. We will train more farmers and expose them to new technologies and farm advisory services. This administration is unwavering in its pursuit of health for all Deltans, in line with the universal health coverage mandate of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The universal health coverage will be sustained with renewed vigor. The number of enrollees is expected to grow exponentially. Hence, in the next 4 years, efforts will be geared at having a well-equipped, functional and responsive primary healthcare centers in each of the 270 wards of the state. Meanwhile, the Delta State University Teaching Hospital will be continuously updated to make it a true center of excellence. And we have already awarded a contract to totally rehabilitate and upgrade the University Teaching Hospital. Finally, it goes without saying that road and physical infrastructure development will continue to receive priority attention from our administration. One thing that stood out from the various town hall meetings that were held in my first tenure was that the need for roads is huge, very huge. Aside from public finance, it is time we partner with relevant stakeholders and investors to attract infrastructure funding. This administration will not spare any effort to connect our communities, renew our urban centers with network of roads and recreation opportunities for the benefit and enjoyment of current and future generations of Deltas. Conclusion. Fellow Deltas, these are but a few highlights of the stronger Delta agenda. Details of the agenda will unfold in the course of the administration. Suffice it to say that this administration is poised to build broad-based, good governance structures that will be responsive to the yearnings and aspirations of our people. These necessitate that we continually appraise our structures and processes while ensuring community involvement in policy formulation and implementation, thereby engendering participatory democracy. We shall remain mindful of the fact that whatever we do without laying a good foundation for our youth will be building blocks of good stand. Parents, guidance, teachers, and community leaders must rise up to their duties. We must teach our children between good and evil, right and wrong. They must be taught virtues of hard work, civic obligation, love, tolerance, good neighborliness, and respect for elders. We must realize that if we give the wrong foundation to our children today, it goes on to bite the society when they grow up. Let's also learn to be helpers to one another. We need to bear one another's burden. As an administration, we shall continue to do our best that this should, and as a matter of exigency, be complemented by our individual and collective efforts. Job said in Job 29, verses 15 and 16, I was eyes to the blind, and feet was I to the lame. I was father to the poor. A little love to turn around the future of your neighbor. I appeal to all, especially the youth, to be law-abiding and refrain from acts inimical to the peace and stability of our states. It bears mistaken here that the law to prohibit terrorism, cultism, and the use of bombs and other matters connected here with 2016 is still very much in force, and all residents of the state should be guided accordingly. On our part, my deputy and I will pledge to do our best to be deserving of your trust. Indeed, we are both resolute in our quest to leave a legacy of a Delta state that is the front-runner in the Federation. All we need are your prayers and full cooperation. The future that we envision requires that we all open our hearts and minds to the values of love, courage, discipline, cooperation, and commitment, which are imperative for the growth, stability, and sustainable development. It behoves us to exploit the limitless possibilities that abound in our state and harness them for the greater good of all. In the same token, we must exigently shield all political and ethnic cleavages, avoid stereotypes, shun prejudices, sustain and strengthen the institutions that enable peaceful coexistence in order to build a state united in our diversity. These values constitute the cornerstone for building a stronger Delta with the three pillars of prosperity, peace, and progress. Together, we can do it. Do it, we must. I must particularly at this moment pay special respect and thanks to the Honorable Chief Judge of Delta State, a brother and a friend, and all judges who have come here today to be a very important part of this ceremony. Without them, the oath of office would not have been administered, and without them, there would not have been an inauguration. I also pay glowing tributes to the leaders of the security agencies who are here for providing security in this particular event. I thank the membership of the committee set up to organize the inauguration. And before I close, I want to invite as many of you that can to please be at the praise and Thanksgiving worship, which will start today at about 3 p.m. at the event center. It is something that you love, because by the grace of God, His Spirit will come down into our midst. We have the best artists, best gospel artists that you can think of all over the world. And I want to announce to you formally that with us today is Paris Green, all the way from the United States of America. And so many of our top national artists are also here with us. I thank you all for coming and for being part of this inauguration. I want to appeal to all Deltans to please stay in partnership with His Excellency the Deputy Governor and I and our wives in the course of our assignment in the next 4 years. Remember, together we can do all that we have said, and do it we must. And so help us God. Thank you for your time and your attention, and God bless you.